Alright, so let's take a look at how you can style your list section title and include a description only with CSS. The process to do this is the same as with any other text element on the site. You basically need to target that element and apply your styling properties. However, because we want to have a description and that's not a native option, we need to take one additional step in order to get everything ready so that we can apply our styles. So here's how we're going to be tackling this today. First, we're going to be marking the portion of the text that we want to act as the title. Second, we're going to be targeting that part of the text separately from the rest of it. And last but not least, we're going to be adding styling properties to each separate snippet so that we can achieve the style in the demo. Now, that first marking step is the key to the whole trick. Because we're adding all of the text inside the same input field, we're getting only one kind of element inside the HTML. So to be able to control what gets styled in one way versus the other, we need to manually differentiate one part of the text from the rest. And since we can't add HTML inside that field, then the way to do it is with one of the toolbar options. Now, the way that I like and recommend doing this is by setting the title portion to bold. That is going to make Squarespace wrap that word or that sentence within strong tags. And those tags, because they appear inside the HTML, are going to be something that we can target via CSS. So to save a little bit of time, I already have that set up inside this title section. You can see that I have the word location set to bold, and then I have the rest of the text down here, which is the one that is going to become my description. So once you have this first part set up, then it's just a matter of targeting things separately. Let's go ahead and take a look at how we're going to do that inside the Inspect Element tool. Now, because this customization is usually a very global one, I'm not going to be narrowing things down. We're going to be working with this common class of list section title that belongs to all three kinds of auto layout sections: the carousel, the banner slideshow, and the simple list. So let's go ahead and get started by adding that list section title portion. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, we're going to have two separate snippets, one to style the title and one to style the rest of the text. The way that I like to go about this is to style the whole text in general for this list section title, and then have a second snippet that is going to be overriding those styles specifically for the title portion. So let's go ahead and get started with the general styles. I'm going to be targeting the P elements that we have within this section. So let's go ahead and set that up and then see what happens. Here, let's set a font size for the description as 1 rem. And then I think I'm going to be editing the font weight as well, because this seems a little bit thicker than I'd like it to be. So I'm just going to set this to font weight normal. Now you can see that because this element is also a P element, it's currently getting the same styles that we have applied to the description. However, here is where the bold text option comes in. If we take a closer look inside this first P element, we can see that now the locations word is set within the strong tags. So what we can do to be able to override the general styles that we have set for the description is now to target the strong element within the list section title. So that is going to look like this. And now if I set a different font size to this, something bigger, because I want my title to be bigger, something like 5 rem, you can see how now this is only going to alter that strong text that I have within the title field. And from here, we can go ahead and do anything else we want to this text. Let's modify the font weight of this as well, because since this one is a bolded element, it looks bolder than I would actually like it to be. So I'm gonna set this one to normal as well. Now, the next thing I want to do is actually increase the line height of the title because it feels a little bit too close to the description. I could absolutely give this a margin at the bottom to create that spacing, but if you have a title that has multiple words, it's most likely that you're going to want to edit the line height anyway. So let's go ahead and do that. And now, why don't we go ahead and change the font family of this? All right, perfect. And then how about we set this to text transform uppercase. Here you can continue to modify things if you wanted to. If you wanted to change the color of it, if you want to change the spacing between letters, if you want to underline this, whatever it is, whatever kind of property that you usually add to text elements, you can implement these here as well. And that's it. That's everything that I have for you today. I really hope that you found this trick helpful, and if you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up or let me know in the comments down below. In any case, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.